Gonna start a new video series making a grapple bucket for the Gale, and we're gonna use these pallet forks as the base for the build. I don't know how much actual fabrication we'll get into tonight. This might be more of just a planning stage video. The two things we gotta do, obviously, make this to a grapple bucket and get hydraulics up here to run it. Now, you can see the steel lines running down the top of the arm up here. Gale had a third function kit for a grapple bucket, post hole auger, you know, what have you. And it would run down the top of this lift arm. And you can see there's, you know, mounting bosses, just like the other side. But of course, no longer available. This is, I want to say a 93. They don't offer it anymore. And I mean, I don't care what the thing costs. I would have just bought it. Would have been so easy. So we're gonna have to modify our existing system, get kind of there's an aftermarket kit you essentially take apart your hydraulic fitting and splice into that, and then you'll have a button you push and it will alter this flow to a different function. So we'll have to do that, get it mounted up here. So I'll spare you the details of me sitting here and measuring all these lines and everything, getting that figured out, but we gotta get that done. And then this guy, this is what today's video is gonna be about. This is specifically made for the Gale Skidsteer. It's got their proprietary quick attach mount on it, yet it still hits the Skidsteer. The top of it here contacts right here. When you curl it all the way back, it hits. What the heck? Like, they make this generic back plate and put it on everything regardless if it fits or not. And it's already been modified. There was another bar that came up the center. These two angled ones here went up straight, and there was a plate all the way across the top. Now you tell me how you're gonna get into this thing. They said it, the previous owner told me it was a nightmare, and so they just cut it up and redid it. And so I really don't care about cutting it up. It's already been hacked apart. So what we're gonna do, this top bar has gotta go, and even this side one here, you can see that side one is in line with this pin. It's gonna be in the way. So right here, where this bends, I think we're gonna go ahead and lop that off and just bend this more straight across. And this piece here is much heavier than these thin ones in the middle. So we'll lop that off about there. This will be gone. We'll probably get rid of all this and then take this piece here, slide it over and sister them together. For now, that's my plan. And then this, you know, we'll really reinforce this here, and then we'll have that there and that one over there. And those will become the pivots on the top for the, you know, the grapple to pivot down on. And then get a piece of square tube probably and weld in all the way underneath along here to beef that up. We'll mount the ram in the center, which will then push up on a, you know, like a little fulcrum arm in the back and make the thing close down. There's two styles of grapple buckets. The first one would be an arm that would just kind of come down and pinch right at the end like that. And that's not what I want. I'm not doing like some precision grabbing here. I want more of the root rake style where it sweeps all the way past and comes back here and clamps down. Obviously it would be ideal to not have the pallet forks, but I'm not cutting those up. I still want to be able to use it as a pallet fork. So it'll pivot up top, you know, maybe not come all the way down, but you know, at least most of the way, so I can at least grab a log if I just have one log or something I want to do. And you know, come up at least parallel, if not higher, so like I said, I can still use it for pallet forks. Kind of trying to get 2 in 1 here. And I mean, this only has a 900-pound lift capacity, so it's not like I'm gonna be, you know, trying to rip out massive trees with it or anything. It doesn't have to be that solid. Just save me a little bit of hard labor. Well, we started cutting and I'm on the 3rd revision already. So I was gonna cut these out to start with. I changed my mind. I thought I would bend this straight over across here. It would go straight down. And this one would come up, cut over about here. This one I would just come over and about here. Now that I've cut them out, when you come around to the back side and it's curled up all the way, the tilt cylinders are still going to interfere with it about this height in the middle of this plate. So if I bend this over here, it is still going to hit the front of that lift cylinder, or tilt cylinder, excuse me. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I don't think this little bit here is going to be enough to support the whole grapple, I might have to go back to cutting that off, moving it over, and sistering it in. I did like the idea of, you know, bringing it over though. I might still kind of hump this one into this one, cut it off, and then weld a plate across the front of that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to, I was wanting to get the one side done, you know, before I cut the other side up and realize, hey, this is stupid, I should have done it different. Now they're both cut. But I'm gonna have to get that side cut up too, to make sure it's gonna clear the tilt cylinders before we go any farther. Oh, come on. Why do strikers never work when you want them to? Well, we got it all cut apart, and you can see straight through there. Those flat plates on the front are about this height here. So you can see they're not going to contact those tilt cylinders. So what I'm going to do is I will bend this. I don't want to go that height just in case, you know, I hit something real hard and, you know, kind of flex it back in. I'll probably take it an inch lower and bring it over about this height. And then same thing about halfway down over to this one. So next time I turn you guys back on, I'll probably have that all bended out. You know, take some time cleaning up these torched off ends. You know, they're just, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not great with the torch. They're all slagged up and gross. I'll clean them up and get them all bent down where they need to go. And we'll get it all welded up, get that other piece welded in, and that's what we'll do next time. So if you guys like this, please stay tuned. Subscribe if you're not, so you can follow the progress on the grapple as we go, and comment below. Tell me your input, your thoughts on what I should do